All right, y'all, we are back with another video. I definitely had to bring y'all this one. Seems like Hakeem Jeffries is still melting down, him and Chuck Schumer, because President Trump posted his meme. Not only did he post that meme, it seemed like this dollar store Barack Obama, that's what I call Hakeem Jeffries. He ain't nothing but a dollar store Barack Obama. That's it. Now, it seemed like he threatened to want to whoop President Trump over him posting that meme, talking about, next time I see you, won't you say it to my face? Like, what is wrong with Hakeem Jeffries? He acting like he's bad. And even J.D. Vance gave him an ultimatum that we about to get to in just a second over the government shutdown situation and how they trying to blame the Republicans for this is because they've been exposed. Not only that, they said that CNN, Jake Tapper, absolutely exposed Hakeem Jeffries to his face because he's trying to get free healthcare to illegal aliens. So like I said, here he go want to threaten the president about say it to my face. Anytime somebody, so aggressive talking about say it to me, next time I see you, won't you say it to my face? What is that indicating? Is it like you want to try to fight the president, or what is you indicating? Dollar store Barack Obama. So like I said, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive straight into it. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. And shout out to the one that always watches the entire video. I appreciate all of you that do that. And the ones that let me know in the comment section that you did stay to the end. And please hit that like button. It definitely helps out a lot. So please stop what you're doing right now. Hit that like button for me. And without further ado, let me get y'all up to date of everything that's going on right now. So just in case a lot of you missed it yesterday, this is where President Trump had posted yesterday. And of course, you're going to see Hakeem Jeffries threatening President Trump about, oh, when I see you again, won't you say it to my face? And then you're going to see the meme at the bottom that President posted of Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. Check this out.
And Mr. President, the next time you have something to say about me, don't cop out through a racist and fake AI video. When I'm back in the Oval Office, say it to my face. Say it to my face.
Oh, boy. What do that mean, Hakeem Jeffries? The dollar store Barack Obama? Don't cop out. Say it to my face as if he gonna jump up and do something. Like, what is wrong with these people? But you're going to see where President Trump posted the reason why he's so mad. And then we're going to get to where President Trump posted another meme on him again today, and he got mad. Let's get to it.
House Democrats, and Mr. President, the next time you have something to say about me, don't cop out.
Oh, don't cop out. Say it to your face, ain't it? Say it to your face. And that's the reason why he's so mad. But check this out right here. This is the reason why he's so mad.
There's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
Now, that's what Donald Trump posted, and he's exactly right, because this is what they doing. This is how they feel. This is how they feel. So, like I said, and you can see right here by Nick Soda, he said, laugh my butt off after Hakeem Jeffries melted down on MSNBC over Trump's meme dressing him up as a Mexican. President Trump doubled down and posted another one with Trump appearing in the background as a mariachi band. Nobody can out-troll President Trump. Nobody. So this is what President Trump did today after Hakeem Jeffries threatened him, talking about, next time I see you, won't you say it to my face, like he ready to whoop the president or something. So check this out.
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican.
So that's what President Trump posted him in a band. Let's play that again. And that's the reason why he's mad. Check it out. Let's play it again.
Disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault.
Oh boy. So check out what JD Vance. He said if Representative Hakeem Jeffries help us open the government right now, the sombrero memes will stop. This is my solemn promise. Check out it.
Okay, go ahead and ask the second question.
So the president's been posting some images of Leader Jeffries and Senator Schumer.
I saw
recently. You've said that you're interested in good faith negotiations with these leaders, but what message does that send? Is it helpful to post pictures of Leader Jeffries in a sombrero if you're trying to have good faith talks with him?
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking, and we're having a good time. You can negotiate in good faith while also poking a little bit of fun at some of the absurdities of the Democrats' positions, and even poking some fun at the absurdity of the Democrats themselves. I mean, I'll tell Hakeem Jeffries right now, I make this solemn promise to you that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop. And I've talked to the president of the United States about it.
You heard that. He said, hey, reopen the government and the sombrero memes will stop. Is Hakeem Jeffries going to do that? Probably not. But I do want to let y'all hear JD Vance, what he said on this right here. Suggesting JD Vance.
You already see, I think, the Democrats cracking a little bit because they realize it's such a preposterous position to say, we're going to shut down TSA, we're going to not pay our troops because you guys won't give us benefits for illegal aliens. It's crazy, and I don't think it's a tenable political situation for them to be in.
And he's right, because like I said, Maxine Waters pretty much accidentally opened her mouth yesterday and told everything that they want to give health care to illegal aliens. She admitted it.
Do Democrats want to prioritize the health care of illegal aliens over a government shutdown? Because if the government does shut down, American
Excuse
employees are
me,
going to be furloughed.
stop it right there. We're not prioritizing. What we're doing is saying simply we want to keep the government open and we want to work with the Republicans and have a bipartisan agreement to keep this government open, and health care is at the top of our agenda.
But aren't Democrats demanding health care for illegal aliens?
Democrats are demanding health care for everybody. We want to save lives. We want to make sure that health care is available to those who would die, but having the help of their government.
So you're good with the government shutdown, even if it means giving health care to people who aren't American citizens?
Well, that's what you're pushing on. What you're trying to do is you're standing here and you're trying to make me say that somehow we're going to put non-citizens over Americans. Quit it. Stop it. This is the kind of journalism we don't need.
No, I'm just
You're divisive. No, you're not.
Yeah, no,
you're being divisive. No, please. You don't need to ask that question. You're just trying to get controversy here. You're not going to get it from me. We want to save health care for all people. Thank you.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Appreciate it.
Also yesterday, while the Democrats were whining about health care for illegal aliens, President Trump signed a powerful executive order to supercharge American AI innovation and unlock cures for pediatric cancer patients in the United States. While President Trump took action to lower drug prices and improve the lives and the care of American children with cancer, again, Democrats are fighting to give health care benefits to illegal aliens. The Trump administration is fully committed to lowering health care costs and advancing policies that will save American lives. But right now, we need to keep the government open and funded.
What you're doing. Thank you very much, Linda. Okay, any questions, please?
Mr. President, as we inch closer to a government shutdown, this morning you said you might do a lot of layoffs. If DOGE is already reducing the federal workforce, why is it necessary to link more federal jobs cut to a shutdown?
Well, the Democrats want to shut it down, so when you shut it down, you have to do layoffs. So we'd be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected, and the Democrats, they're going to be Democrats. As you know, this country, no country can afford to pay for illegal immigration, health care for everybody that comes into the country, and that's what they're insisting. And obviously I have an obligation to not accept that. That would affect everybody. You know, when I see what we're doing with AI and all the plants that are opening up in the country, $17 trillion is coming. And if you compare that to Biden had, in 4 years, less than $1 trillion. We have 17 trillion, more than that. I think it's going to be much more than that, David, by the end of this year. I think it's going to be far over that. It's a record. It's already a record in 8 months. It's a record by a lot. And so we're doing well as a country, so the last thing we want to do is shut it down. But A lot of good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want, and they'd be Democrat things, but they want open borders. They want men playing in women's sports. They want transgender for everybody. They never stop. They don't learn. We won an election in a landslide. They just don't learn. So we have no choice. I have to do that for the country. Yes.
And Hakeem Jeffries then was furious. They was mad, but we already knew that they was lying. Because, of course, he went on TV talking about, we ain't trying to do anything for illegal aliens. They trying to catch President Trump in a trap. They trying to, because they know President Trump don't support illegal aliens only if you come here legally the right way. And they trying to get money from President Trump to make it seem like he gave them money to fund these illegal aliens. And him and J.D. Vance is not finna do that. It's just not going to happen. So by Nick's order, he said, just then President Trump calls on Republicans to take full advantage of the Schumer shutdown and clear out dead wood, waste, and fraud. Billions has already been cut today, including $8 billion in climate grants alone. Keep cutting. And you can see President Trump's name right here from his Truth Socials. Said Republicans must use this opportunity of Democrat forced closure to clear out dead wood, waste, and fraud. Billions of dollars can be saved. Make America great again. And like I said, President Trump, they are just winning, man. And now Hakeem Jeffries, all the Democrats, MSDNC, ABC, all of them is mad right now. And they crying over memes. So check this out right here by Eric Dawg. He said, laugh my butt off. Hakeem Jeffries fumes about Trump's sombrero mustache video of him. So check this out right here.
The leader of the Democrats in the House, minority leader Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat of New York. Thanks for being with me, Leader Jeffries. So you maintain Democrats are ready to come to the table anytime with anyone at any place on any spending agreement. Vice President J.D. Vance today said the president's open to coming to the table on health care once the government is funded. Where are we at negotiations right now?
Well, we haven't heard from the White House since the White House meeting on Monday. President has been behaving, somewhat erratically and in an unconventional fashion in the context of the government shutting down. Clearly, they wanted to shut the government down, unfortunately.
So what you mean President Trump want to shut it down when y'all the one that's shutting it down? So he just lying. And not only that, I know y'all seen when President Trump pretty much was trying to give Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer a Trump 2028 hat. And then Hakeem Jeffries going to look at J.D. Vance talking about, you support this? Why are you trying to get J.D. Vance into it? J.D. Vance just looked at him and smiled. These people are crazy.
We're ready to work together to bring it back open, but to do it in a way where we enact a spending agreement that's bipartisan, that meets the needs of the American people, while at the same time addresses the Republican health care crisis that is devastating everyday Americans all across the country.
So you said erratic, and I believe you used the word unhinged the other day.
I did.
Are you trying to draw a line between President Trump's acuity, his mental state, and what's going on here with the shutdown?
No. I'm actually referring to some of his social media posts, which didn't seem to make a lot of sense.
No, it made a lot of sense.
Correct. Well, it would seem to me that as the President of the United States, on the brink of a government shutdown, if you actually wanted to bring everyone together to try to get to a resolution in a common sense, bipartisan way, that's not the type of behavior that we would see. So hopefully, moving forward, whether it's President Trump or Vice President Vance, Speaker Johnson, Leader Thune, that will actually come together to have a conversation to figure out how we can get the government reopened immediately, stop this pain that Trump is inflicting on hardworking.
Oh, my. This man said there's pain that Trump is inflicting. My God, bro. See, these people just ain't no good. They ain't no good at all. Now they just making themselves look even worse.
American taxpayers, and at the same time, resolve the Republican health care crisis, particularly as it relates to the Affordable Care Act and their refusal to extend the tax credits, which is going to result in tens of millions of Americans experiencing dramatically increased premiums, copays, and deductibles.
So right now, J.D. Vance says he's talking to other Democrats in the Senate. 3 Democrats, or 3 people that caucus with Democrats, Angus King of Maine, John Fetterman of Pennsylvania, Cortez Masto of Nevada, they voted to proceed for the continuing resolution. They only need 5 more Democrats. Are you worried at all about the more moderate Democrats caving?
Not at all. In fact, what I think constructive conversations are positive. I don't know that these conversations have been constructive because for the last several months, what we've seen from the Trump administration is that they've adopted a my way or the highway approach. Now, if you adopt the my way...
No, y'all adopted the highway or my way approach. Because y'all trying to get President Trump to agree to something that y'all trying to help these illegal aliens. You trying to fund free haircut for these illegal aliens. And President Trump is not going to bend. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Dollar store Barack Obama. It's not going to happen. Boy, I tell you the truth.
Highway approach. And then you drop on us a partisan spending bill that continues to gut the health care of the American people, then the reality is they are going to drive us toward the government shutdown.
The partisan spending bill, is that the one big beautiful bill or the continuing resolution? Because the continuing resolution just funds the government at the current level.
Well, actually, the continuing resolution that they have presented to the Congress is a partisan bill. House Democrats voted against it in March because it hurt veterans, hurt seniors, hurt children, hurt child care affordability, hurt housing affordability, and hurt health care, which is why we opposed it.
You're saying that Chuck Schumer then voted for a Republican partisan bill because he voted for that. So did 9 other Democrats in the March.
Well, Chuck Schumer did explain his views on the merits of that bill at the time. I don't think he ever disputed that there were challenging parts of that legislation. The partisan bill is the one that's before us now. A bipartisan agreement on spending had actually been reached in December. Bipartisan majorities in the House and the Senate. Joe Biden signed it into law. Then President-elect Donald Trump blessed it as well.
So let me ask you about a provision that the Republicans are talking about.
Boy. Hakeem Jeffries, he is just something else, man. He is something else. Like that dude, all he do is sit around and try to blame President Trump for everything. They want President Trump and J.D. Vance to cave to what they want. Just think about it. These are the same people who wish death on them, the same people who call him Hitler, call him fascist. This is what they do. And then this man earlier threatening President Trump. If I come back, won't you say it to my face? Like he's going to jump up and do something. I mean, I don't know what's going on with him. Then it said right here, say, holy crap, Hakeem Jeffries regrets going on CNN. Jake Tapper just embarrassed him. Tapper said, here's a provision that shows you want to give illegal aliens health care.
Donald Trump blessed it as well.
So let me ask you about a provision that the Republicans are talking about quite a bit. I know you want to talk about, and Democrats want to talk about, extending the Obamacare subsidies, which expire at the end of 2025. But they talk about the provisions, and it's right here, subtitle E, and this has to do with the repeal of health care subtitle changes, and specifically what it is. How they characterize it is you want to give health insurance to undocumented immigrants. I understand that's not really an accurate depiction, but what it does do is...
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
No, it's not. It's not a lie. See, here he go again talking about it's a lie, but yet Maxine Waters was just saying that they want free health care. They want health care for everybody. She didn't say for Americans. She said for everybody, and she got mad because that reporter exposed her. He's sitting here lying because he's lying because he's trying to get that money. If they get that money, that's exactly what they're going to do. And then they're going to say, oh, well, Donald Trump gave us the money to fund these illegal aliens. That's what they're going to run with.
To undocumented immigrants. I understand that's not really an accurate depiction, but what it does do is...
It's a lie.
No, it's
a
not.
lie.
No, it's not.
But what you support does bring back funding for emergency Medicaid to hospitals, some of which does pay for undocumented immigrants and people who don't have health insurance. And also there is this provision, and it's not about undocumented immigrants, it's about people with asylum seekers and people with temporary protected status, et cetera, but about their ability to get Medicaid. So they're non-citizens, they're not undocumented, they're not illegal. Why even include that in a bill knowing that they're going to seize right upon that and use that to message?
Because we already know that's what they trying to do. We ain't stupid. We know what the Democrats, he said for undocumented, he just shook his head. They see what they is, they're going to try to run with, oh, no, we ain't trying to do nothing for illegal alien. But think about it. Every time President Trump try to get illegal aliens out of here, what do Democrats do? They try to fight to bring them back. So President Trump throw them out, send them back to their country. What do these Democrats get on TV and do? On CNN? Oh, we need to bring Abrego Garcia back. It's always bringing these illegal aliens back. They support illegal aliens. We all know that. President Trump knows that. So these people are just still sitting around fuming, and they still mad over this sombrero, thing that President Trump put out on Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. So look at this by Eric Daugherty. He said, CNN on President Trump, Hakeem Jeffries sombrero mustache meme. So they still crying about this. So check it out.
For Vice President Vance, not just defending that AI racist video of Minority Leader Jeffries wearing a sombrero, but also like celebrating that video, and it was playing on a
celebrating the video. Yeah, they even played it in the press room today. President Trump played it. So everything always got to be racist to them, but yet these are the same people who sit on there and call President Trump fascist and Hitler and all of these names every single day. So when President Trump posts something about them, oh, it's racist, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. But they sit over there and call this man everything. Call President Trump everything. They call everybody that supports him a fascist. Everybody around him a fascist. That's what they do every single day. And they can't even take a joke that President Trump put out there. Even though that joke was true on how Chuck Schumer and the Democrats really is. Let's go.
Loop in the briefing room today. What are you hearing from the inside about that?
It was not only just playing on a loop in the briefing room. If you've never been in the press briefing room, for those who haven't, there are loudspeakers overhead so you can hear announcements or what's being said, or if there's an event going on with the president in the Rose Garden, for example. They were playing that mariachi music as well over the loudspeakers for all the press that was coming in and out of the White House today inside the press briefing room. It just kind of gives you a window, John, into how they're dealing with this and how they believe they have the upper hand when it comes to the messaging here, and also kind of how things have changed from the first time Donald Trump was in office. I mean, there was a shutdown then. I remember all 35 days of it. As the president said at the beginning, he'd be proud to shut the government down, and then it ended, obviously, with him not getting the money for his border wall. This time, there's a moment here. They're being heavily criticized over these posts by the president, by Democrats, and instead of backing off or apologizing for it, they're leaning into it, and they're playing the music over loudspeakers and on repeat inside the briefing room because they simply don't care about that criticism.
She's up and said, apologize. So President Trump should apologize. Do y'all apologize to him when y'all call him Hitler every single day on CNN? When y'all say he's a fascist and all his supporters are fascists, do y'all get on CNN and apologize to President Trump? Do y'all apologize to J.D. Vance or anybody around President Trump that supports him that y'all call fascists and violence and this and that? Y'all don't apologize for anything y'all say. So President Trump can post a AI video, joking, and then, it should be he need to apologize. Oh, shut up. Ain't nobody apologizing to none of y'all. Y'all can shut up. So check this out by Eric Schumer. He said, breaking Senator Rick Scott is now pushing legislation abolishing paychecks for members of Congress during a government shutdown.
September 30, I'm a business guy. I always pass budgets. And by the way, if you didn't do your job in business, you didn't get paid. You don't show up and do your job, you don't get paid. Why are we getting paid? We shouldn't get paid if we don't do our job. We need to figure out how to work together to get our budgets done. It's as simple as that.
So you're going to offer legislation to not get paid during shutdowns?
Absolutely. I already have a bill. We've got a bill that we don't get paid during the shutdown. Ron Johnson's got a bill that will never have shutdowns. That should pass also. But on top of that, what are the Democrats doing? This is a clean resolution. All we're doing is keeping the funding. Actually, the funding is too high. It's still the Biden funding. But I don't want to shut down government, so I support it. But the Democrats, they want a shutdown for whatever reason. How is this good for the country? Yep. Nobody wins with a shutdown.
So I hear you. And what about people at home that aren't?
And that's right. Nobody wins with a shutdown, and that's exactly what they want. Now, even I want y'all to check out Ted Cruz, on this right here.
Chuck Schumer and the Democrats force a shutdown, which they now have, that President Trump is going to use that as an opportunity not to tell people you're furloughed for a few days, but instead to send pink slips and to get rid of left-wing bureaucrats who are imposing left-wing priorities that are contrary to President Trump's priorities. I think that is fantastic, and what it's going to do is it's going to cause Democrats in Congress to scream and weep and gnash their teeth. Mm-hmm. I cannot wait for the next Democrat lunch when they start screaming at each other, when they start seeing pink slips go out at the EPA, at the Department of Labor, at the IRS, and suddenly the bureaucrats that they are entrusting to advance their job-killing agenda are themselves without a job. That's what's going to end this shutdown, as the Democrats are realizing that President Trump is making major advances for economic liberty as a result of the Democrats' temper tantrum.
There you go right there. So y'all get in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. As you can see, the dollar store Barack Obama, Hakeem Jeffries, is already panicking. He's mad. He want to fight President Trump. Oh, if you think it's so bad, next time you see me, won't you say it to my face? I mean, my goodness. Think about it. President Trump would have told Hakeem Jeffries or Chuck Schumer like that. If they said something about him, all the stuff they call him, they say, next time you see me, won't you say it to my face? The first thing they'll be saying is, oh, the president want to fight Chuck Schumer. Oh, the President Trump is trying to threaten to fight them. That's what they'll be running with if it was President Trump saying this. So like I said, thank you all for watching. Get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this. I will keep y'all up to date as more information come out. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.